Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called Many Paper Assets Now Radioactive. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's episode of our show on all your social media to help spread the word. Now, let's get started. There's a growing fear in the market that believes that people should not invest with organizations, entities, or individuals that may possibly seize or limit their access to their paper assets like money, for example. So why are they concerned about the possibility of investing in paper assets, and what are the telltale signs that they may wish to reconsider investing in them in the future? Well, a lot of individuals now believe that people should not invest in an individual or company that is promoting the sale of paper assets, stocks, bonds, cash, that sort of thing. They believe that most paper assets are now radioactive. What exactly does that mean? It means that the smart money already knows that the paper assets you're thinking of purchasing or investing in are already in a financial death spiral, because many of them feel that the value of those paper assets will soon be revealed to be much lower than people ever realized. What are some of these radioactive paper assets out there? Well, they may be stocks, bonds, and other assets that will soon become very difficult to sell. Another thing that people aren't really considering very much is the real value of the debt market. Debt instruments and their valuations are beginning to scare investors. People who purchase or sell debt are starting to feel that the oxygen is being sucked out of the debt market. This means that the debt they purchased recently may not yield the kind of returns they had hoped they would. In some cases, they may not yield any return at all, which could mean massive losses for some investors. Remember, we don't give financial advice, so you should always perform your own due diligence. Another paper asset that is concerning people is the ETF. This is an instrument that is traded on the stock exchange that provides you with digital or paper certificates, but not the actual gold or silver that it is supposed to be linked to. The reason it concerns people is the fear that the exchange may be selling the same paper or digital certificates to more than one party. And if that's the case, then when things go south and the owners of those paper assets try to sell them, then there will be no asset there because it was probably sold over and over and over to more than one person when they sold it to you as well. So a lot of people are going to be claiming the same ETF that you were. This can be a very common form of fraud taking place. And it's why so many people say that if you don't physically own or possess something you've purchased, then you don't really own it at all, because it was fundamentally resold so many times to so many other people. That's usually what happens. That's one of the reasons so many people fear that paper assets are now becoming radioactive and potentially worthless. And that means you shouldn't touch them. Another paper asset that is concerning a lot of people now are bad checks. The problem is that we now have more fraudulent or bad checks than ever before being deposited. It used to be that when someone sent you a check and you deposited it, then it would clear your bank the next day and be there for you to access. But now banks are coming up with all sorts of strange excuses, and they're not clearing your check in a day or two like they should. So what does that mean for you? Sometimes it means that even when you clear a check, your bank may refuse to honor it and try to claw back your money, a week or two later. That's the level of fraud being engaged in out there. And it's causing more and more financial paranoia than ever before. Another paper asset that's concerning people are many of the Fortune 500 stocks out there now. People see their prices trending down in many instances, and they're very concerned that the stocks may collapse in price even faster and farther than anyone anticipated. The quiet joke on Wall Street now is that it's okay to own paper assets for a few minutes or a few hours, but don't own them for longer than that, because you may end up with nothing when the music stops. Good luck. Thank you for watching. I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on those notification bells so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's episode of our show on all your social media to help get the word out. Thank you, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.